They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but let me know how much is this.
Here are the blazing topics we have for you today. Topic 1. Shaggy's Lottery. The only diamond-certified dancehall artist in history drops his new album tomorrow. 13 tracks: Sting, Beres Hammond, Dexta Daps, Akon, Anthony Hamilton. He is also heading to Florida and Brooklyn to sign vinyl directly in the Diaspora community. Jamaican music at the center of the American market, not the sideline. Topic 2. Vybz Kartel on Chris Brown's album. Kartel lands on Chris Brown's 12th studio album Brown on a track called F***N Party. This is his deepest mainstream US placement yet, following Travis Scott and DJ Khaled. The world boss is not just back, he is being recruited by the biggest names in American music. Dancehall is in the room. Topic 3. Spice sells out. Uganda. Spice headlined Uganda's Cricket Oval Lugo Stadium on May 9th and drew a record-breaking crowd. A Jamaican female artist selling out a stadium in East Africa. The global reach of dancehall is no longer a talking point. It is a fact on the ground. 3 stories out of Jamaica today, and when you line them up together, they are telling you something much bigger than any one headline. Let's start with Shaggy. Tomorrow, Friday, May 15th, the man born Orville Burrell in Kingston, Jamaica drops his latest studio album. It is called Lottery, and the title is not accidental. Shaggy has built his entire career on one principle: bet on yourself when nobody else will. Hot Shot, Boombastic, It Wasn't Me, Angel. 4 #1 singles in the UK, 8 entries on the Billboard Hot 100. 40 million albums sold worldwide. The only diamond-certified dancehall artist in the history of recorded music. Every single one of those achievements started as a risk that most people in the industry said would not work. Lottery is that same bet, placed again in 2026. 13 tracks. And the feature list tells you exactly where Shaggy sits in the global conversation right now. Sting, Twice. Beres Hammond alongside Dexta Daps. Akon with Adonia. Robin Thicke, Jeremih, Anthony Hamilton, Rayvon, Mutabaruka. That is not one genre. That is not one generation. That is not one market. That is Jamaican music sitting at the same table as American R&B, American soul, British pop, and Caribbean roots, all at once, on one project. The distribution is just as significant. VP Records and Ranch Entertainment. VP Records is the largest Caribbean music label operating in North America. This is not an independent release hoping to find its audience. This is infrastructure. This is reach. This is the American market being taken seriously, and taking Jamaica seriously in return. But here is what makes this story personal for this audience specifically. Shaggy is not just dropping the album and going home. He is coming to you. May 15th, the same day the album lands, he will be at VP Records in Miramar, Florida from 3 to 5 in the afternoon. May 19th, he moves to New York, I Am Caribbean headquarters on Nostrand Avenue in the heart of Little Caribbean, Brooklyn, 4 to 7 p.m. in person, meeting fans, signing the first 100 vinyl copies at each location. Think about what that means. The biggest selling dancehall artist who ever lived, walking into the Caribbean diaspora communities of South Florida and Brooklyn to hand you a record and shake your hand. That is not a press run. That is a homecoming. And if you want in, you need a copy of Lottery to join that signing line. That is your ticket. Now let's talk about Vybz Kartel. Chris Brown released his 12th studio album this past Friday. It is called Brown. Full title, Breaking Rules Only When Necessary. Out now on RCA Records. 27 tracks. The feature list includes Glorilla, Bryson Tiller, Sexy Y Red, NBA Youngboy, Leon Thomas, Lucky Day, Tank, and Friday. And Vybz Kartel. The track is called F***N Party, produced by T-Town. And what it represents goes far beyond one song on one album. Since walking out of prison, Kartel has moved with deliberate intention on the international stage. Travis Scott's Jack Boys 2, DJ Khaled, and now Chris Brown, one of the best-selling R&B artists on the planet, on a major label release with a 27-track rollout that had the entire music industry paying attention. This is the 3rd time in history that a Jamaican dancehall artist has appeared on a Chris Brown album. Sean Paul in 2009, Byron Messiah in 2023, and now Kartel in 2026. But the context around this one is different. Kartel is not a featured artist catching a wave. He is being actively recruited by name, by choice, by the biggest names in American music. Chris Brown had publicly saluted Kartel before the collaboration even happened. After Kartel's Freedom Street concert on New Year's Day 2025, Brown posted directly to his Instagram, "Big up, Vybz Kartel," Jamaican flag emojis included. The American market does not do that for artists. It is not watching closely. The world boss is not just back. He is building, placement by placement, a body of international work that is repositioning dancehall at the center of the global music conversation. And our third story takes us somewhere that does not get enough attention in this space. Africa. May 9th, 5 days ago, Spice headlined Uganda's cricket oval, Lugo Stadium. And she did not just perform, she drew a record-breaking crowd. Let that sit for a moment. A Jamaican female artist headlining a stadium in East Africa and breaking the attendance record for that venue. The conversation about dancehall's global reach has been happening for years. People talk about the UK, they talk about Canada, they talk about the United States, but the Africa story, the real documented on-the-ground story of how deeply Caribbean music has penetrated that continent, is still not getting the coverage it deserves. Spice just put a number on it, a record-breaking number in Uganda. This is not a one-off. This is part of a pattern. Jamaican artists are drawing major crowds across West Africa, East Africa, and Southern Africa. The diaspora connection runs deep. The cultural resonance is real, and the commercial opportunity is enormous for artists, for labels, and for the broader Jamaican music economy. The global footprint of dancehall is not a talking point. It is a fact on the ground, and Spice just proved it in front of a stadium full of people. 3 stories, 3 different stages, 3 different parts of the world, but one direction. Shaggy in Florida and Brooklyn, Kartel in the American mainstream, Spice in East Africa. Jamaican music is not waiting for permission to be global. It already is. The question now is whether the American industry, the labels, the streaming platforms, the playlist curators, the tastemakers, is paying close enough attention to what is happening in real time. Because the culture is not slowing down. I'm Olivia. You have been watching StreetsVertz American Edition, your daily intelligence on Jamaica's music economy and what it means for the culture over here. If this is your first time with us, follow, subscribe, and come back tomorrow. We do this every single day. For StreetsVertz American Edition, I'm Olivia. Stay locked.